Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, Miss Justice. All right. Girl, you are number one. Number one. PG, much love. Much love to you guys. Much love to you guys. God bless. Let me see. Ha. Nurse one, number two. Can anyone tell me what this live stream is about? Missing children, honey. Missing children. It's a true crime community. Good to have you in here, though. Good to have you in here. God bless. You're number two. God bless. And Lucy, number three. Hello, PG and chat. Hope all is well tonight. Let's pray for our country and for justice for summer. Amen. Amen. And our country needs it right now, right? Our country needs it. I'll tell you, summer needs it too. But our country, Lord have mercy. I'm going to tell you, it ain't far. It ain't. I would say it is Sodom and Gomorrah, personally. I would say it's already here, but, God bless. Hey, Linda, you're number four. You are number four. Hello, hello, PG. Hello to you, girl. Good to see you in here tonight. God bless. I want to get down through here. Crystal, how you doing, sweetie? Brandy, how you doing? Good to see you in here, girl. Speaking truth. Hello, hello, hello to you. She says, hello, PG, mods in chat. Hello to you, sweetie. Aw, Lady Linda Green Eyes, how you doing? How you doing? Second to none. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see everybody in here tonight. I'm getting to the bottom. You guys are going as fast as I can. Patty Ponytail, D, how you doing? Chris. Nene, how you doing? Good to see you, Anna. There you are, girl. Hi, PG. I saw you last night. You're amazing. You told Jody. Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. SL, how you doing, sweetheart? Beth Ann, spread the love. It's good to see all you guys in here. Australia, there you are. Much love to you guys. Much love. There's our Suzanne. How you doing, sweetie? Hello, everyone. I'm in Frank, what? A German village. I hope you get some potato salad. I love German potato salad. I hope you get an opportunity to grab some of that. German potato salad is it's heated up. It's not cold like Southern potato salad. It's actually hot. It's hot food, right? But it's good. It's really, really good. PG, tell it like it is and was. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I just stopped in. I was gonna tell Ernie what's up, just hello to everybody and go about my business. I was taking last night off, right? I might as well came in, but I was taking it off, and I seen he was on, and one of my peeps hit me up and like, Ernie's on, PG, you need to get over there. And I just figured, it was just a conversation he was having with somebody. I didn't know what was going on. But anyway, I stopped in. I seen he's on. I stopped in. And I went ahead and was going to say hello, like I always do to everybody. And then I was going to bow out. But my mistake, right? My mistake. I clicked in, and next thing I know, I'm like, whoa, and whoa, and whoa. You know, it was getting a little bit, I mean, Jody Sue was really proud of herself, right? She was really proud of herself. How she was sitting there, trying to use and abuse, someone else. Like they're the problem. Instead of, I mean, she's sitting there totally trying to disregard his character, right? And being really mean. And I could tell Ernie's just trying to stay back, take it easy, not, because he's not feeling good, you guys. And you know how it is. I think we've all been in that place where, we just want to kick back and really not deal with it. When you're not feeling good, you don't want people coming at you, and, but she was, right? She was pretty hard and wasn't going to give up. And I guess had somebody else up there for a second helping out. And, they're trying to double team him. And I was like, oh, hell no. 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 She wasn't going to do that. She wasn't getting away with that. Right? She wasn't going to get away with that. She lives right across the road from Summer. Right over across the road. She could take her ass over on 110 Ben Hill Road when, when they had something to gain, right? To gain. That they went over there in their pickup truck the day that she saw Donald showering up with Summer, right? That she had all to gain. And the reason that she knew he had showered up with Summer isn't because she was able to look through the house. You can look through that house, you guys. You can. I mean, if you pull up to that front door, you got a straight shot through. I mean, you go up into that one little room, but there's a big doorway there where you can see straight back by where the bathroom's at. So I'm not surprised that she wasn't able to see through there. But that isn't the reason she knew. The reason she knew is because when they pulled up on that hill, they were there to see Dawn. And they had to wait. Here comes Summer flying, wanting a towel, wanting dried up, wanting dressed because, she'd just been in the shower, right? With him. And the reason Jody Sue knew is because, people's hair don't dry that quick. They was waiting to talk with Dawn. They had something to gain. And they waited, and Summer's carrying on. And the reason that they, wasn't already gone is because they were waiting for Dawn to come out of that shower. And he did. And I'm sure they talked to him. But Jody Sue ain't going to tell you that because that would incriminate her ass, right? That would incriminate her even more so. So she's not going to tell you all of that. No. But, I knew when her ass wasn't already gone that they were waiting on Dawn, right? That's common sense. That's common sense. But she wanted to sit there and belittle Ernie, right? Oh, you're wanted. You're wanted. Well, I think he is. 1 by her, 2 by Candace, right? I think Ernie's wanted by a lot of people, a lot of women. I don't think that's nothing to be proud of when it's them women, right? I don't think it's anything to be proud of when it's women like that. I wouldn't want to be wanted by that. But, this is a woman that lived right across the road, lied her ass off. Oh, the Wells ain't nothing but acquaintances. They're just acquaintances to me. We were like, just neighbors, they needed some toilet paper. We give toilet paper. We needed something. They give it to us. I mean, kind of like just, you know, you borrow a little thing here and there, but we didn't know each other. We weren't friends. And then we find out that, oh no, she's taking pictures of Candace's boo-boos and Candace taking pictures of her boo-boos. And they indeed were corresponding all the time. And Dom was over there on their hill and they was over there on their hill, right? We found out that, you know, these mother freakers knew each other pretty damn good. Pretty good. Good enough for Jody Sue to tell Candace that I expect those gift cards and I expect half of that Cash App and I expect half of whatever else you get. Don't forget, I told law enforcement there was a screen to cover your ass. Candace. And Candace is like, well, that screen ain't working out and you need to change it. Right? You need to change it. You need to change it to 542, 547. You were an hour off. You didn't help me none. You didn't help me at all. My daughter's still supposed to be in my custody at 540 or 442, 447. My daughter's supposed to still been in my custody. Dumbass. Right? Well, that's your problem. You should have thought of that. I mean, this was yours and Don's, you know, doings. You should have thought of that, says Jody Sue. When we was figuring out, you should have thought of it being a 5 instead of 4. That ain't my fault, and I'm not changing nothing because I don't believe what I said already. It's unfounded. Nobody else heard it. Law enforcement ain't stupid, Candace. They know if we heard a scream like that, the whole place would. If a dog barks, everybody knows it. Nobody else hears it. I think I've done enough for you. Right? Well, she tells us how them little boys were over there stealing all that food out of the refrigerator. Those little boys over here stealing my food. Well, she knew they were hungry. She knew they wasn't getting no food. Well, of course she knew they wasn't getting no food. Everything Don made was going to Andy, right? Everything he made was going to Andy. That's what they was doing over there the day that Summer came out of the shower and wanting to tell and acting like a brat, according to Jody Sue, right? Jody Sue said she was a brat, acting like a brat. She didn't care about Summer. She didn't care what was going on with Summer. All they cared about is Don coming out there and handing up his paycheck so they could go eat out. So Jody Sue could get her nails done, her hair done, get eat outs. All she cared about was herself. Like she does right now, right? It wasn't about, Scott, let's put that money towards billboards for this little girl. Let's put this money towards the reward fund. Let's put this money towards flyers. No. Oh no, Scott. You need to get me off this hill. I gotta get off this hill. You need to get up a fund for me. A GoFundMe for me, Scott. For the Jody Sue. Oh, I guess Scott did, right? And he got everybody upset because they were doing billboards. And here he has a GoFundMe for Jody Sue. Right? And that GoFundMe moved her off the hill. And she had, Tiffany, right? She had Tiffany putting out her Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. She had all these people throwing up her stuff. She was going around on panels, put my Cash App up and I'll come up and talk. Why the hell we want to talk to you? Why we want to talk to you? You done nothing for this little girl. You done absolutely nothing for Summer Moon Utah Wells. You done absolutely nothing for her brothers. You knew the situation they were in. You knew all the dirty, dark secrets, but you kept them to your damn self. And you kept them to yourself because you didn't want to lose all that money coming in when Don got his paychecks. You and Andy wanted to make sure you were right there at the front door to pick up that cash. Right? That's what they wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. Yeah, Doug did. That's right. Doug did too. Second to none. Yes, he did. He did. He helped her as well. You know, she wants to talk about tragedy pimps. Bunch of tragedy pimps. She's the biggest one out there. The biggest one out there. She got that trailer off the back of Little Summer. She got tons of cash off the back of Little Summer. She got tons of gift cards off the back of Little Summer. She got tons of everything off the back of Little Summer. And she's still trying to make it off the back of Little Summer. Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing else she could say, nothing else she could do. She's done told it all. She done told it all. She done told how she didn't seek no help for Summer, knowing what Don Wells was doing. She done told that she didn't seek help for the boys being hungry, them children needing food and wasn't getting none. She done told how she wanted their bag of pizza rolls. She didn't even want them to have that. She couldn't figure out how Don and Candace still had enough money. She said it was a bag of pizza rolls that looked like it wouldn't even feed the whole family. But they should have been hers too. They should have been hers too. She wanted them pizza rolls also. She didn't care about them kids, whether they ate or they didn't eat. She didn't care if they were being abused or not abused. She didn't care about them children whatsoever. All she cared about was herself. Herself and her two kids. She cared about that boy and that little girl she's raising. Nothing more, nothing less. And she still don't care. She still don't care. She just wants to come out here and basically continue trying to survive off the back of Summer's name. Well, she's done told us all that we need to know. She's done let it out of the bag that Andy was the one supplying the stuff to sedate little girls and allow them to be done the way these children were being done. She already let it out of the bag that she knew Don Wells was showering up with this little girl and she didn't report it. She already let it out of the bag that she knew those little boys were so hungry that they'd go in a neighbor's refrigerator to try to get some food. She didn't report it. She done let us know that she didn't care about them babies whatsoever. All she cares about is running her sut and trying to get as much self-gain as she can possibly get off the back of Summer Moon Utah Wells, who is completely missing. Completely missing. She let it out of her own mouth. The Candace called her up, wanted her to change up the timeline. She let that out of her own mouth. I seen the lie personally. Personally. I seen it. She let it out of the bag. I knew right then and there. She had all to do with what happened to Summer. At least she knows. She knows. She said her and Candace, after Summer was missing, was at a restaurant trying to figure out the timeline on a napkin. On a napkin, you guys. I think that's when they were plotting the scream. I think that's when they were plotting the scream. They got it an hour off. They got it an hour off. I don't have no respect for someone. No respect whatsoever for someone like that trying to beat down anyone's character on this earth. Out of her own mouth, she said if she had a child that was disabled, well, she put a pillow over his face, right? That's what she said. That's not my words. That's her words. She would destroy that child. I'm going to tell you, this woman's sinister. Absolutely sinister. All I care about is Summer. And all I care about is Summer being found. That's it. She so ain't missing too many meals. Oh, she ain't missing any meals at all. On knowledge is power. She ain't missing no meals. Trust me. Trust me. She's sitting over there making bank off this baby. She's made bank off this baby from day one. A lot of other people's made bank off of Summer too. Don and Candace, they've made bank off their own daughter. The one they say it's not about. It's not about Summer. They don't want you supporting Summer. They want you, it's about them and you supporting them. Number one suspects in their daughter's disappearance. Couple of damn criminals. Couple more criminals. Right? It's all about them. According to them. Well, I'm sorry to, bust their bubble, but it ain't about them. No one should be sporting that trash. It's about Summer Moon Utah Wells. Anybody in this world with an ounce of common sense would be supporting Summer, the one needing the support. That's what we're here for. Don and Candace don't need to be found. They're the reason Summer does. If you ask me, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Summer's the one. Summer's the one out there praying that she's found. Summer's the one that was screaming, help me, help me. Somebody, anybody, help me. That baby wanted to be helped. That little girl has went through nothing but pure tragedy and hell since the day she was born. Pure tragedy and hell. And Jody Sue did nothing but add to that tragedy and add to that hell. Trust and believe that. To the point that baby's completely gone. If you ask me, I think Jody Sue was jealous of Summer too. I think she was jealous as hell. This summer was beautiful. Because I can tell you now, her daughter's not. I've seen her daughter. Her daughter isn't. She isn't. Jody Sue was jealous of that land Don and Candace had. Jealous of them children they had. Jealous, I think, of Donald. She is ate up with pure ugliness. She wanted people to believe that they were sitting up there in some fine home with a beautiful cabin that she was laying that ass out there in till Andy got home. And she was up there living in a freaking rundown shack. A disgrace. That cabin, oh my God. I don't even know if you could call that thing a cabin. I don't know what it was. It looked like it was ready to fall on all four sides. That was disgusting. Right? What she was trying to put into the imagination of people and what truly was like, whoa. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? She's up there crapping in buckets. From my understanding, I don't know. I'm not going up there around radiated poo-poo to find out. But from my understandings, there was like a ton, right? A ton of freaking barrels. I'm not talking about a water bucket, right? No, baby. It ain't a water bucket. It's no water bucket. It's not even like a pickle bucket. It's mother freaking like a pickle barrel. A big freaking barrel. Like tin can. Giant barrel. Like in the picture the summer was dancing around. Full of radiated poo-poo. And there wasn't one. I heard there was tons. Who could crap that much? Who could crap that much? I don't know. I mean, these people's got an outhouse, right? They got an outhouse. Why didn't you crap there and throw dirt on it? Why sticking in a bunch of barrels to have to be hauled off somewhere and contaminate the hell out of everything around it? Right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it was necessary to be doing that. Hey, Australia, I appreciate that. God bless. Super sticker. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, that's going to piss some people off, right? That's going to piss some people off. They say, hey, PG, can I ask you a question? Who makes more money? You or did Jody Sue? Why don't you go over to my chat? Why don't you go to my chat and ask my family over there how much PG makes? Won't you ask them? Won't you ask Beautiful Sunflower? Won't you ask the rest of my mods? Why don't you ask the people in the chat? PG ain't got a Cash App. PG ain't got a Venmo. PG ain't got no PayPal. PG ain't got no every 5 minutes big old chat in the chat saying, if you want to help PG, here's how to do it. If you want to help PG, this is how you do it. You want to help PG, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal? This is the way you do it. You don't see that. You don't see that in here. Oh, but I seen Zicky running her mouth on PG today, right? I sure did. And I also seen in her chat where you want to help Fred in his rehab. This is the way to do it. Make sure you tell the chat how much you gave, because I don't want Fred getting anything I don't know about. Right? I don't want Fred ending up with $1 I don't know about. Oh no. I need to know everything Fred's getting, so I can be sure to borrow it from him, suck him out of it somehow. It's for Fred. Don't get me and Fred confused. That's for Fred. No, PG don't have no wish list. I ain't got no wish list. You don't see me opening up a yard sale trying to get everybody in my chat to buy it. I mean, you know, if you have a yard sale, baby, you take that shit out to the yard, right? You take that stuff out to the road. You got a sign on one corner. You got a sign on another corner. You got signs everywhere. You be publishing that stuff up, right? You be publishing it up. Yard sale this weekend, this place. And you take all that stuff and you put it way down by the road so the people see it, they stop and they buy it, right? You have it all shined up, cleaned up, sitting on big tables. You set up your big old picnic tables, right? Card table, whatever kind of tables you got extra. You throw those things up out there and you throw all that stuff on them, and you don't take the stuff out on a porch. You don't take a bunch of stuff out on a porch. Oh, I think I'm so tired. I think I'm going to stop right here at the porch. I'm just hang this shit off the porch. Leave it sitting on the porch. If they want it, they can walk up on the porch and get it. Because I'm just too lazy to get it out in the yard. Right? Oh, I know what I can do. I can open a live up. And I don't have to even carry it out in the yard, because I'll just open a live up and try to get all the people in my chat to buy it. Because I'm nothing but a bullshitter anyway. Right? You don't do that. You don't do that. You're going to have a yard sale. You stay off of YouTube and you have your damn yard sale. And you make your money on your yard sale and get your ass out in the yard and get it done. Right? That's how you do it. But, you know, we all get in hard spots, right? We all get in hard spots. Sometimes we have to have a yard sale. Sometimes we have to have a yard sale, you know? Sometimes because we've accumulated too many things and it's just time to, you know, clear out a lot of it, make room for some more, or at least just make some room, right? Because we got too much. You know, I know how it is. I know how it is. You know, they come out with this mixer and that mixer, and next thing you know, this mixer does all of these things, and oh my goodness, they just came out with a new one. Oh, this is so pretty. It would look so nice in my kitchen. Now you got 5 mixers, right? You got 5 different mixers because you just kept wanting different ones. It's time to let some of these mixers go. They're brand new. You asked yourself, why did I want them? I don't ever really use them. I pull the hand mixer out, use it, put it back in the drawer. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing with 5 big ass mixers, because I ain't never made no bread, right? I ain't never made no bread. What the hell I need this for? Oh, that's a good deal on the crock pot. I think I'll get that one. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, this, wow, there's a different one this year. It's even prettier. Now you got 10 crock pots, you know, and you have to, you know, you have to keep having these yard sales because you need to, get rid of some of this stuff. Sometimes you have them for that reason. Sometimes you have them because, you're broke as hell, right? You're broke as hell and the electric bill's due and you don't know how you're going to pay it. So you throw up a yard sale for the extra money, right? Sometimes you have it because, your boyfriend or your husband pitched you off and you just felt like selling everything they had, right? Why bag it up and basket it up and tote it up and throw it outside when you could have a real nice yard sale and make some money, right? Bum's been laying around your house too long already. That'll fix him. His ass can go get all new, right? Argue with me. Argue with me. I'll sell your shit. Sometimes those are the yard sales, right? I'm even going to sell your vehicle you put in my name. Creep. Right? They show up to find out they got nothing. They show up to find out you just sold their car for $20. Right? And you didn't give a crap. You just, it was out of spite. You didn't care what you got for it. You'd give it away. Yeah. You have yard sales for a lot of different reasons. But at least you take the shit to the yard. You don't stop on the porch. Who the hell stops on the porch? Right? The only stuff you keep on the porch is valuable stuff that you don't want somebody walking away with, right? You don't want them walking off with it. I mean, it's stuff that if you don't sell it, you're bringing it back in the house, right? It's not going to be on the curb. Wasn't really looking to let it go anyway, but hey, you kind of felt like you didn't need it. Kind of stuff. But not, not Ziggy. Man, I guess, I guess that potato didn't want to roll down into the yard and back up on the porch, right? Just the way it is. Yeah, I seen a dude running away too. He took that was the DoorDash. You're right, deputy. You're right. That was the DoorDash man. That was a DoorDash man. Ran like hell, didn't he? He's like, oh my God, how are you gonna? There must have been some funk. There must have been some funk coming off that porch, right? He must have smelled some funk. I seen her out there smacking off the clothes. I'm like, whoa, was she smacking off them clothes? Ew, made my skin crawl, right? I'm like, I ain't even fucking there. And it's, getting to me. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm a germophobic. I'm like OCD bad. And when I see that shit, I'm like, whoa, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Right? That's why I don't buy nothing that ain't new when it comes to clothing. I value my body. I value my body more than that. I don't buy, you know, I don't like buy super expensive clothes, but I buy new clothes, right? I buy new. I buy off season. That's what PG does. Like, you know, right now, over the next 30 days, you'll be able to go to these stores and get the cutest little shorts and tops and all this summer clothes for half the price they was at the beginning of summer. You'll be able to clean up on all the summer stuff right now. And that's what I do. I do. Hey, I'm not ashamed to say it. It's brand new stuff. And you know what? I get it from the store. And you know what I do? I put it in a clean tote that I bought at the store. And I store it away. I store it away till next year. Next summer, oh, my kids be looking in the tens. They be looking real good with all new clothes on their back, right? At a discount. At a discount. Absolutely. And then come springtime, come spring, I'll buy up all the winter stuff. I'll buy up all the winter stuff and I'll put that in totes. I got stuff in totes now. I got nice stuff. I got stuff hung away and I got stuff in totes brand new. I bought um at the end of winter, right? When spring was coming in, they was getting rid of all the winter coats, getting rid of all the winter clothes. I took advantage of that. I went and got the little cute sweaters and the jackets and all the things at a big discount, baby. And I put it away. That's how I do it. I mean, I save a lot of money. I save a lot of money. I ain't going to nobody's yard sale and buy no damn clothes. I ain't sticking that shit on my body. Hell no. I don't know about them. I don't know. Look at Ziggy. She's knocking that shit off. What's she knocking off? I don't know if it's cat hair, cat feces, right? I don't know if it was rat poo or cobwebs. I don't know what it was. I don't want that shit. I don't want it. That's gross. I ain't trying to drag home no freaking bed bugs, lice, scabies. I ain't trying to bring none of that stuff home. That's nasty. That's absolutely nasty. No. I ain't buying no second hand. Sloppy seconds ain't my style. I just don't want it. I don't want it. There's too many good deals. There's too many good deals in stores. In stores, you can go to Black Friday sales, President sales, right? They're always having sales. Constantly having sales. 4th of July sale, they have, you can get discounts all year long. And I go looking for them sales. I do. That's how I buy my furniture. That's how I buy my clothes. That's how I buy, and I got nice things. I take care of them. I make sure, I clean my house. I clean my house corner to corner all the time. I clean, straighten things up, work my ass off. It ain't what you got. It's how you keep it. It isn't what you have. It's how you maintain it that counts. You can have a mansion, but if you're nasty and that mansion's all dirty, crappy, cats poop, cats all over the place, dogs, crapping on the baseboard. You know, you don't clean it. You got dust and spider webs everywhere. Well, hell, I'd rather live in a log cabin that's clean corner to corner than in a mansion that looks like that. I just don't want it. I don't want it, you guys. I can't live like that. That's gross. It's gross. Yeah. Yeah. They swindle them. Absolutely. You got a lot of swindlers out here. You got a lot of swindlers, you guys, out here. I've took note to that. I took note. You know, I'm not liked because I call these people out. And I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm not out here. I've told everybody from day one. From day one. Oh, Master Dawn. Love you, PG. Oh my God, I had your back in that. Yeah, so did a few others. No one will talk bad about you if I'm around. Oh, Carrie, I appreciate that, girl. I appreciate that. God bless. God bless, sweetie. I appreciate that support for Summer's channel too. Ding, 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 ding. You're gonna get people upset tonight, girl. You're gonna get them upset. You know they don't like to see PG get nothing. They ain't ever like to see PG get anything to help keep Summer's channel running. But like I told them, I don't mind. I don't mind coming out of my own pockets to keep Summer's. I've been doing it for 3 years, right? Sometimes I don't know where it's coming from, but God lets it show up. And I thank him. And I thank him. I'm always thankful, girl. And you know, I'm not here. I'm not here to take old people who need their money to the cleaners. I'm not here to drain older people of their retirement and stuff like that. That's disgusting. I'm not here to sing no sad songs. You know, Jody Sue, you know, my imaginary kids. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When I was out, I took my kids out for dinner this evening. Pretty busy today. I was pretty busy today. I didn't feel like getting in the kitchen, cooking. And, you know, I got to clean, my kitchen's cleaned up. I ran my dishwasher last night. Cleaned up my kitchen real good yesterday. Cleaned out my refrigerator, my freezer. I worked hard. And I just didn't feel like getting in the kitchen this evening. I took the kids out to dinner. And, you know, I had to order my 4 imaginary children. I had to order them dinner. You know, when I was done, I was wishing, you know, that was an imaginary price they were wanting for all that food. I was hoping that was an imaginary price, but it wasn't, right? No, they have to take my imaginary credit card, you know, and go slide it for that fucking imaginary price. And I was like, shit, you know. But it is what it is. You know, Jody Sue wanted to run her face on my imaginary children, but she didn't want to talk about hers, right? She didn't want to talk about her children. She didn't want to talk about hearing the scream coming out of that shed, which would have put her outside the shed, not inside. Oh, Australia, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yes, agree. We love you, PG. Oh, you guys are so sweet. God bless. Ding, 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 ding. Super chat. All right, girl. I so appreciate it. I appreciate that. God bless. But yeah, she you know, didn't want to talk about the scream coming out of that shed. She didn't want to talk about, you know, who was in the shed. If someone was, who was in the shed if you heard Summer screaming? Because she said, I know that was Summer's scream. She heard it out of her shed, right? She said, I heard that scream in my shed. That's what she said. Which, if I hear a scream in the shed, that means it's coming out of the shed, right? The person's in the shed. They're screaming. So who in the hell else was in that shed? I'm trying to ask her. Oh, she don't want to talk about that. She don't want to talk about how she didn't ever help Summer or those brothers. She didn't want to help, talk about any of that. The truth ran that ass off, didn't it? The truth irritated her demons so much she had to leave. Hey, O'Sullivan, I appreciate it. Everyone seems to be jealous of you. You can see right through those types of people. I know who your haters are, and I understand why they're jealous. Oh, girl. I wish people didn't hate. I wish people weren't jealous. I wish people, hey, I'm happy when I see other creators getting support for their channel. I'm happy for them. I really am. Why they ain't happy to see Summer's channel getting support to keep it going? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no jealousy of anyone out here. That's just not, it's not my character to be jealous like that. I've always, when someone else is doing good, I'm doing better. When people do good, it makes you're doing even better because you don't have to worry about helping them. You don't have to worry about supporting them. You don't have to worry about giving them the hand up or maybe a hand out. When they're doing good, you're doing good. And, I haven't ever been jealous of no one. I mean, I know what it's like, I know what it's like to see people get stuff and, and you're like, wow, that's amazing. They get a new car or maybe a house or they get some new clothes, new shoes, like the top brand just came out. And you're like, wow, this is amazing. God bless. I'm so happy for you. And you mean it because you are. And then you buy one little thing. And you say, oh, look what I got. Because you want them to be happy for you, right? Look what I got. I just got this for a deal. And baby, I'm going to tell you something. It could be a knickknack out of a yard sale that you just purchased for 50 cents. Right? That you just got for 50 cents. What do you need that for? I wouldn't give them 2 cents. Why you waste your money? And you think to yourself, why you make me feel bad about something I was so happy about? Why can't you just ever be happy for me? What's your problem? I don't treat you like this. I don't do you like this. Why do you do me like that? You're ugly. You're an ugly human being. You're just envy and jealous. You don't want anyone having anything because you want to have it all for yourself. You're rude. You really need to check yourself, right? You need to check yourself because there's something wrong with you. You don't have to spoil everyone else's happiness. You want everybody to be happy for you, but you can't be happy for nobody. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. You want to put people down all the time to make yourself feel better? Why don't you look in the mirror and count your blessings? Why don't you look in the mirror and see what all God gave you and start being thankful for it? And then you won't have to beat other people down to make yourself feel better. You'll feel better by knowing God loves you and He's giving you so much. And you don't have no need to be putting other folks down anyway. Right? People don't see. They're so busy sticking their nose everywhere else that they don't take time to see what they have. Don't take time. I'm going to tell you, if you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. Love starts with us. It starts with us. If you really love yourself, then you can love others. A lot of people don't love themselves. A lot of people look in the mirror and they just don't like who they are. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what their problem is with their self, but beauty comes from the inside, not out. God don't check the outside of people. He checks your heart. He checks your heart. And I think that would let people know what's most important. Most important thing in the world is to have a good heart, to be loved, being kind and caring. If you're a super good person on the inside, nothing else matters. I'd rather have a person with a beautiful heart. I don't care what they look like on the outside. I'm going to be honest. I don't give a damn how good looking you are. If you're an ugly person, if you're ugly inside, you need to beat people down to feel better. You think you're all that and everybody else is nothing. I want nothing to do with you. I want nothing to do with you. It ain't you not wanting anything to do with me. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't care how beautiful you are. That beauty's only skin deep, baby. It's what's on the inside that counts. And I'll tell you what, I'll settle for something that ain't so good looking, but has a beautiful soul. That's how I feel. But there's a lot of people that don't have no beautiful soul. A lot of people are just mean. I don't understand why they're mean. I don't care why they're mean. There's a lot of people that, do a lot of evil stuff. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to, I'm not going to stand in the midst of the ungodly. I'm just not going to do it. I want nothing to do with it. It just ain't for me. I'm not out here. I'm not out here for self-gain at all. God knows PG's heart. God knows how much I love these missing kids. He knows how much I love Summer. He knows how hard I've worked and I've tried to get the answers to solve this child's case. He knows how hard I've worked. God knows all the phone calls I've made. He knows all the people I've talked to. He knows all the answers that I have been seeking and trying to pull forth for this baby's sake. God sees my hard work whether anyone else does or not. And that's all I care about. At the end of this day, if I'm okay with who I am and God's okay with who I am, well, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. That's just the way life is. We're not here to please other people. We're here to please God and to do His will instead of our own. It's not good when PG wants to do my will. It's not good. Sometimes I want to do my will, right? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. It's not good. It's not good. And sometimes, you know, I feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I'm doing my will or God's in a way. I think I'm doing God's. Like last night, you know, I was kind of, confused last night if I was doing my will or God's will when I went up on that panel. But at the end of it, I realized that I did God's will, that it wasn't my will. God put me there. God put me there for a reason. God put me up there to shut this evil woman down who is picking on a man in his weakest and darkest hours. I was supposed to be there. And I was. But I didn't realize that until I started talking about the suit of armor and how we need to gear up in it. And we need to hold our ground against this evilness. And then I realized I was doing God's will. But sometimes I get confused. Sometimes I get confused because I'm a little hot-headed, right? I try to be slow to anger. I try to be patient. But sometimes, sometimes I get a short fuse. Sometimes my fuse ain't that long. It wasn't that long last night, you guys. I got pissed off pretty quick. Ernie didn't deserve what they was doing to him. He didn't deserve none of that at all. He really didn't. I mean, trust me, I wouldn't, if Ernie was completely healthy, if he was completely on his feet and healthy like he was before, I wouldn't have went up there because I know at that point Ernie can handle Ernie's self. But he's not. He's not like he was before. Right now, Ernie needs help. He needs people to support him and getting back to his health. He needs people to help him get back to where he once was. He needs our help. And if people can't understand that and they want to be mean and not, extend that olive branch to help this man, that's their problem, not mine. God's going to know that when I seen someone in need, I was there trying to help. That's what I want God to know. That I didn't turn my back and I didn't let hatred, I didn't let the old devil keep me from helping someone. That's what I want God to know. Yeah, he does. he does. He does talk some hate, but at the end of the day, Ernie is for the children. He's for the kids. He's definitely for the children. And I appreciate that. Ernie wasn't the one seeing little Summer needing a towel and Don Wells being the culprit that just had her in the shower. I don't think Ernie would have tolerated that. I don't think, they would have needed law enforcement up there. I think if Ernie saw something like that, oh hell, they'd have been calling law enforcement. Absolutely. I think Don Wells. I think Don Wells, you know, would have needed more than the law if Ernie would have saw that. Just saying. Ernie ain't the best. He may not be the best, you guys. Who is? Who is the best? Huh? There ain't nobody ever walked this earth. No one's ever walked this earth but Jesus Christ, who was perfect. No one's ever walked this earth but Jesus Christ that did not deserve put in their place once in a while. Jesus is the only one that has ever been perfect walking this earth. All of us, every one of us have bad days. Every last one of us has said ugly things that we wish we could take back. Every last one of us has said ugly things that we wish we'd have said a little uglier to some people, right? We've had some people get in our faces and we wish we'd have been a little more uglier than what we was because they deserved it. But sometimes they don't. Every last one of us has had that moment of just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't bother me right now. Get out of my face. I want everyone out of my face. We've all had those moments. We've all had the moments where we wanted to run down the street and scream like hell because we're so pissed off or so stressed out or so anxiety up. Right? Every last one of us. No human is perfect. Every last one of us has had those times when we want to drop to our knees and just beg God to help us. Just beg Him. Maybe we lost somebody we love, or we're getting ready to lose someone we love. Maybe somebody is attacking us to the point we can't put up with it any longer. We don't know how to handle it. We need God's intervention. We all been there. Every last one of us. Hey, Blue Solo, I'm bringing you up.
Okay.
What's up?
Hey, I'm good, man. Prayer Garden, I want to apologize to you and stuff. I know I'm always a dumbass and stuff, but I really like you and stuff.
I like you too, man. I love you. To be honest with you, I love you, Solo Cup. You're a
But
good man. You try to be. You try to be.
yeah, man, I just mess up all the time. I'm sorry.
Nah, you. We're all a mess up. We're all a mess up. It's hard. This life is hard, man. It's hard, especially when we got habits that we feel like we can't break.
Yeah.
No matter how hard we try, we just feel like, we can't get it done.
Yeah.
It's like always something in our way stopping us from having the strength to do what we really want to do. We're always promising ourselves we're going to do better, and then, and we don't, right? And we don't. We all have them days, man. We
Yeah.
just got to keep fighting. We just got to keep moving forward, and we just got to keep praying that, we get more and more strength to overcome whatever it is we're trying to deal with, right?
Yeah.
That's the best you can. You can only do your best. As long
Yeah.
as you're doing your best and God knows you're doing your best, hey, I'm sure you're going to get credit for that.
Yeah.
It's when you're not trying. It's when you're not trying. There's no credit. But I can tell you're trying. You're really trying. You know.
I really do program, but shit, man, I'm alone and I'm by myself, and I make a lot of money. I just sold a house for $487,000. I put like 390 in it. and but I sold it like last week and stuff, and shit, I might have made like by the time I get the IRS and paid and stuff, I might make $60,000 on it. But
Hey, that's nothing to sneeze at.
it ain't. It
Congratulations.
ain't. But
Congratulations, 60
got
more,
I got
60 more than you had, right?
to get along with good like the workers and stuff, and I love everybody, and everybody loves me. And but shit, man, you know what, Prayer Garden? I come to my house every evening.
And find out that PG's not there to kick you in the backside and keep you on a straight and narrow road.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you do.
But I'm just lonely as hell, and I just, god dang it, man. You know what I did? I sold all my guns at Prayer Garden. I had like 45 guns. I sold every one of them. I just
Wow. Why you do that for?
Prayer Garden.
You getting afraid of yourself?
I was afraid I was gonna hurt myself.
Oh wow. You
Don't
know something?
don't tell me nobody that. But yeah, I got rid of all my guns and stuff, and I just.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
But
You maybe have you ever thought about maybe, seeking some intervention? Maybe go to, start going to maybe some church meetings, some
I
church.
started to go. I started going to church like in February. Like I had Prayer Garden. I hadn't been to church since I was a little kid, and I walked in that church and I cried like a baby, like last February. And but I just I don't know. I went there for like 4 or 5 weeks, and then I got COVID, and then I quit, and I started drinking again, and I just shit. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Oh man, tell it sounds to me like you might want to seek some type of counseling, or
I've
maybe.
been in counseling, Prayer Garden. Guy named his name was Barry. His last name was Barry. I remember that. I went to counseling with in Kingsport, like it's called a uh, Fairmont or something like that. Probably when your people know about this, like Fairmont or Fremont Counseling
Right.
Service. And anyway, his last name was Barry, and I loved that guy. And we talked and stuff. We talked so much, man. He was a great guy, And it's just
What happened?
I I quit going. I quit. I quit. I, I I I started drinking again, and I don't know. That was like 3 years ago. He was a good man. Tom Berry was his name. Tom Berry. He was a good man. Fremont Counseling Service, I think it's called.
Well, the problem is when you first started drinking, you felt that you were in control. You were in control of how much you had and how you were going to do it, and one thing and another. And before you know it, it was in control of you.
Prayer.
And now you've got a problem. People drink. People drink because they want to get away from the real world. They want to kind of, escape all this stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? You you find out that, you find once you start that drinking and everything, what you find out is you didn't escape nothing. All those problems are there, and now you got another problem with it.
Yeah.
And now you really seem depressed, and you really seem like you're screwed, and you really don't know what to do. So you start drinking a little more and a little heavier, and And before you know it, you feel like your life's in a toilet, right? And you
I,
feel like nobody, you like to have someone around, but you feel like nobody's going to be there because they ain't going to like what you do and how you act. And and then you feel all alone.
I'm totally alone, ma'am.
And well, I tell you, it you got to you got to change. You got to change. If you want people to be around, you want somebody to be there for you, you got to be willing to do. You got to meet them halfway. You got to work to become a better person, to quit, to quit drinking so much. Maybe not completely, but at least so much, you know, and be a nicer human being when you are drinking.
I'm a nice person, Prayer Garden. I truly am. I'm a good person.
I bet you could be a handful when you're drinking.
Yeah, but I give everybody everything in my life.
Well, I'm going to tell you, nobody seems to be giving you what you need. What you need is help. What you need is someone to get you on the right road. You got to find someone that you care about enough and you love enough to get yourself back to where, you know, to where you once was. And I probably many years ago, um, get you back to the person you want to be, the person that that you liked, you cared about, that you wanted to live for. And that's what you need to start focusing on, is to find that person, that you I'll tell you, if you find a person that you really care enough about to change, you will. And that person's out there somewhere. Go to church, start looking around, find her.
Prayer Garden, I have a lot of friends and a lot of people like me and stuff.
You don't need a friend. You need a mate. You need somebody that's going to be there for you 24/7, someone who really cares about you and someone you really care about. You need someone that's going to hold your hand through hell and high water and take care of you the way you take care of them as well. That's
Hey,
what you need.
Prayer Garden, you know who that is? I want you. I'd like to have you. You seem like a very good person.
Uh, I'm not available. I'm not, you
I
know,
know.
I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you, so look up.
I'm pretty old and stuff.
No, it's not that, hon. It's not that. If I was available, if I was sitting here in this chair available, I'd take that in consideration. I would take it. You're a good looking man. You're a kind person. I would take it in consideration, but I'm engaged. You know,
Yes, yes.
um,
Anyway, yeah.
I guess it's an imaginary engagement according to a lot of people, but I'm still engaged, imaginary or not. I'm engaged. You know,
Anyway, I did.
the rings on my finger does not seem imaginary to me, but I can feel them, I can see them. But
let me tell you something.
but if I wasn't,
Whoever gets you prayer garden, it's a very lucky man.
hey, and I feel that way about you. Whoever gets you, I feel is going to be a really lucky woman. I think if you truly loved a woman, honey, you go to the ends of the earth for her. I
I've got
think you would
somebody
be
right now.
willing to change.
Prayer garden. I'm almost 60, and I've got somebody right now. She's 72. She's a very beautiful woman. She teaches
Absolutely.
she teaches music here in Kingsport and stuff, but she cannot stand the drinking. She don't like it at all. And
Well, there you go. Meet her halfway. If you really love her, you'll stop that drinking. It maybe just have a few on the weekend. Maybe have one or two with dinner. That's it. Cut it off.
Prayer Garden, I have never drunk one or two beers. I have been I have drank since I was like 14 years old. I have never drank less than like 15 beers anytime. I've always drank until I passed out in the floor, and
And I'm
you
going to
know,
tell you something. I don't care how much you drink. I don't care how much you drink. Let me tell you now. If I was in that house when you got home, the only thing you're going to be drinking is some water. That's it. I tell you that right now. You talk about keeping somebody else busy, honey. I'd be keeping you busy. I'd keep you busy chasing you around the table with a broom. Oh no. I mean, you got to have somebody that's willing to push you in the right direction. And if this woman ain't strong enough, if she's not strong enough to get you where you need to be, then you got to look for something else. You know, you got to find the type of woman you got to find the type of woman that's able to get you on the path and the road you need to be on. That's what I'm talking about.
yes,
So
ma'am.
you get to looking for that woman because I'm sure she's out there. And I don't mean one that's going to join you. I'm talking about one that's going to straighten you up and get you on the right path.
Yeah, I don't like a drinking woman, but I drank so much. Oh, Prayer Garden, it's just like I'm just a dumbass. I just drank so much and stuff.
I'm not putting him to sleep. The liquor is. This is what people who drink, how they look, how they are, how they act.
Oh,
Take a video of him and send him the video, and that might straighten him up. I don't know. Sometimes that works. Sometimes if the
who's going to
video,
send a video?
I'm going to send you this video so you can see what you look like while you're drunk.
Can I comb my hair, please?
It's too late for that, baby. You already on camera.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, wave hi to everybody. Say cheese.
I love you, Prayer Garden.
Hey, I love you too, man. You really need to straighten it up. You need to get your life together. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but if you're selling all of your artillery and everything because you're afraid of what you might do to yourself, it is time for change. It is time to seek some help. It is time to get what you need in your life to help you be able to move forward in a better path. That's all I'm saying.
Can we keep talking, Prayer Garden?
Well, I got a live to run, but if you want to hang out up here with me while I do it, hey, baby, you're more than welcome.
Can I tell you about myself? I
Uh,
know.
I think the audience wants to hear about Rose Bly
Oh,
and Fred Hill
okay. I,
supposedly
I'm,
knowing her.
I'm I'm sorry. I don't know nothing about that.
Well, like I said, if you just want to hang out and learn about it, you can. But I got to do the live.
Okie dokie. Prayer Garden, I hope you're a friend with me. I love you.
I love you too, man. And I am definitely friends with you.
I'll let you go. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, you said you don't do Facebook. I think you sent me your phone number. You know, if I get an
I
opportunity,
don't do Facebook. I don't know how to do that
right?
stuff.
I think you did send me your phone number. If I get an opportunity, I'll call you. I'll call you and talk to you one on one.
Can I give you my phone number?
You don't want to say it. You don't want to say your phone number up here.
No, it's okay. I
No, it
mean,
ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Don't be giving your number up here.
well, I've got like 3 or 4 phone numbers, but
You can put it in back chat. Do you know how to type it in the back chat?
I what is back chat?
Um, it's the private chat that you're looking at
Okay,
in the back.
let me
Do
put my
you see? Do
glasses
you
on.
see where it says Master Dawn
Okay, hold on a second. It says what? Say that again.
in the back chat right there? It says Master Dawn.
Master Dom. How do I do that?
You should be looking at back chat. It says chat with everyone in the studio, but you're in back chat right now.
It says you're in show. So how do I do this?
There's a back. You know how you write in the chat in the front?
No, ma'am, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, you don't know how to write in chat?
Oh, I sure don't.
Listen, my
Wait a
mom.
minute. Wait a minute. Okay, it says chat with everyone in the studio. Can I do that?
Yes, that's the back chat. Go ahead and put your number in there.
Okie dokie. I'm sorry. 423.
Don't say it.
Hold on a second. Call history. Hold on a sec. Hold on a second, Paragarden, please. Thank you, ma'am. Settings. Oh, Lordy mercy. A bunch of people called me tonight. Hold on a second. Shit. I mean, shucks. I'm sorry. I'm a Mormon. I don't mean to cuss. Hold on a second. Hey, buddy. Oh, shit. Who's that? Lordy mercy. Shoot. Hold on a second, Paragon. I'm going to look up my flip phone number. Hold on a second, baby. Oh, Lordy mercy.
That flip phone, you're kind of stuck in time, ain't you?
Well, I've got 3 or 4 good phones, but I got this flip phone for like real estate agency and stuff like that. Lordy mercy. Paragon, how do I work this flip phone? Do you know?
Um, you should know your number. I mean, people are calling you.
Well, okay, call history. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me get my other phone. Let me get my main phone if you don't care. Can you hold on just a second?
Yeah, and don't say the number.
Okay,
Don't.
just let me get my main phone, okay?
All right. Oh Lord.
Crap. I got enough to get my phone and it's sitting right beside me. Hold on a second. Okay. My phone number is
Don't you dare say it. Write it in the back chat. put it in the chat.
Yeah, Prayer Garden, did you get that?
Okay. Yeah, I got it. I got it. And I will try to call you and talk with you off record, off of here. If I get an opportunity, I'll definitely call and talk with you.
Okie dokie. Hey, Prayer Garden, I'm a good person.
I know you are. I know you are. You're a sweetheart. And you really need to seek some counseling, or at least, you know, I don't, I'll talk to you privately off of here. Because the first thing to figure out is, the underlying reasoning for, all of this. There's something somewhere that, has led you to become, dependent. And, maybe sometimes, talking with somebody and getting to the real core problem can help you get rid of the rest. So I don't know, but I will try to help any way I can, and I'll talk with you off of here.
Okie dokie, Prayer Garden. Thank you for talking to me.
Hey, anytime.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to bed. I got to work tomorrow, and I'm remodeling a bathroom up in Bristol. Uh,
Right?
so I'm gonna be on that and stuff. And but
I heard that. Well, I'll definitely get a hold of you um over the next couple of days, and I'll try to make some time. I'll try to make some time to hang out and talk with you for a while.
thank you, ma'am. You're a great person.
Hey, you're a beautiful soul. Remember that. God bless. Much love, sweetie.
Okie dokie. Goodbye.
Bye bye. Okay. Blue Solo Cup. He's Blue Solo Cup, right? He's Blue Solo Cup. You gotta love people for who they are. You gotta love them for who they are. That's what makes each one of us unique, right? All of us are unique. Um, if he wasn't the way he is, we wouldn't love him. We wouldn't love him like we do. But he does need some counseling. He does need some help. And, hopefully we can try to help if we can. That's what we're here for, right? That's what we're here on this earth for. So, you know, I'll make sure that, I do. If I say I'll do something, I do. And I'll make time. I'll make time to talk with him and, see what we can do to help him. Absolutely. Okay. Anyway, what I came in here for was because Fred said that he knew Rose. He knew Rose. He tried to say Rose was, you know, not a good person, right? Said she was up on Ben Hill Road. I mean, he didn't talk nice about Rose at all. This is a missing young woman, right? She's a missing young woman. And I'm sure Rose would not run off and leave her children because when she left her husband, she took her children with her. She took her children to Grandis's house. And Grandis, got ugly with her, right? Instead of keeping her daughter and her grandchildren and helping in every way she could, Grandis got ugly. And Rose ended up leaving and going back to her, to her husband. We don't know why she left, right? We don't know why she left. He could have been abusive. Maybe was. I don't know. But she ended up going back into that. And she completely disappears, right? She completely disappears. And we've got this person, Fred, who says, and I think you're right, Spike's World. Anyway, we got Fred that, sits there and says, oh, Rose was up on Ben Hill Road and she was, they were putting out signs and advertisement everywhere that they're willing to do, some sinister things for some money. And he's talking really bad about this poor missing girl who there's not a lick of truth to it. What he's saying, there's not a lick of truth to it. Now, I'm going to tell you, Fred is not a good person. He's not if he can lie on a missing woman, a missing young mother, God only knows what happened to her. God only knows what her final hours held. And he could, be so evil to lie upon this lady. That shows his character, not hers. That shows his character. Why? Why you gotta lie? You don't have to lie to kick it, Fred. Stop it. Just stop it. Rose don't deserve this. She don't deserve you lying on her like that. She just don't deserve it. And I'm going to prove you lied. I'm going to prove it.
In here, they, over where that shed is, they put a single wide. They took and put a 4x8 piece of plywood up, advertising sex and stuff. Which, I mean,
yes, he is talking about Candace's sister, Rose. He's talking about Candace Wells' sister, Rose, right here. This Rose. He's not talking about the cousin. He's talking about, and he ain't even talking about the cousin, because the cousin wasn't there either. Nobody, none of these people, Candace and Donald wasn't even there. That's how, I'm going to prove to you that even Don and Candace wasn't. The only people that was on Ben Hill Road when Rose went missing was Don Wells' mother. It was Donald Wells' mother living there, and the neighbors were taking care of her. Matter of fact, old Mr. Goat's wife was, friends with her and companions to her. And she had other church women who was companions with her too. But listen to what he says.
whatever you want, just like, yeah.
With Summer?
Well, with Rose, she was in on it.
Rose, like who?
Rose Bly. One that's missing.
He says Rose Bly, Candace's sister, the one that's missing.
So before, you knew Rose Bly?
Huh?
You knew Rose Bly?
Yeah. Yeah, she was in on that prostitution.
So you've known him for 10 years or more?
Yeah, I've lived here all my life.
So how did he end up over here?
That I don't know.
So he used to advertise like...
See, he drove his mom crazy.
He said Donald was advertising and he was driving his mom crazy. Bullshit. Bullshit, Fred. Right here. Right here is a police report. This is a police report that is on October 6th, on 2017, October the 6th, 2017, Fred, and it plainly tells us that Candace Bly was in Arkansas. Matter of fact, she was 2 months pregnant. She started crying and everything to keep from giving law enforcement a statement. She had a confrontation with Margie, and she said Margie pushed her and she was pregnant, and that was with the first boy. And she was 2 months at 6/17 of 09. Fred, 2 months, and the oldest boy was born in Arkansas. So let's move on, Fred, because I'm going to prove you're a liar. 6/17 of 09, Fred, this report was put out by a law enforcement. Candace was 2 months along with her oldest boy. Right here, Rose came up missing 8/21 of 2009. Candace was in Arkansas. Okay, this is 2 months after this report right here. Fred, right there is 2 months later. Candace would have been 4 months. 4 months packing her oldest boy. She didn't even leave Arkansas until after her son was born. After he was born. She wasn't even thinking about Tennessee at this time. And neither was Donald. And Rose was in Wisconsin. She came up missing. Candace and Don Wells was still sitting in Arkansas. Candace would have been 4 months at this particular time, and she doesn't have her baby for 5 more months. She was there in Arkansas for 5 more months and then some before she went to Tennessee. So you are a liar. When it comes to Rose, you're a liar. You could not have known Rose because Rose was not ever there. She wasn't ever there. She was missing before Don and Candace ever even thought about coming back in or coming into Tennessee. They were in Arkansas. So why are you lying? I don't know. Does this young mother deserve this? Put a 1 in the chat if this young mother who disappeared, who God only knows what she went through in her final hours, put a 1 in the chat if she does not deserve Fred lying on her. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel she does not deserve Fred Hill lying on her just to make content. Just to make content. It's evil. It's evil. He's a liar. He's a compulsive liar. Look at this. Everyone agrees that it's wrong. It's wrong. She does not deserve it. This is a mother of 2 children she truly loved. She truly loved her children. Why would you do this to her? Why would you desecrate her name like that? I don't understand. Yeah, she is legendary. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. And she don't deserve anyone doing this. No one should do this. You know, I'm going to tell you, Ziggy doesn't care. She doesn't care whose name they desecrate. She doesn't care what evilness they do. Just so she gets click, likes, views, and self-gain. through her Cash Apps and her Venmos and her PayPals and all of her shit. And she's even got Fred attached to it all now, right? If you want to help Fred, if you want to help Fred, if you want to help Fred, every other like 500 times in the chat. 500 times in the chat within an hour, right? If you want to help Fred. Matter of fact, you probably see that more than you do other people talking in there. It's disgusting. Between her bots putting out all of her stuff and then all the stuff for Fred, you know, the whole thing's about what can you give me? What can you give me? You don't see that shit here. You don't see that here. You don't ever see none of our mods put out. Our mods say thank you for coming here tonight. Please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're so grateful that you're here. We appreciate you being here. But you do not hear even one of my mods talking or putting anything about help PG in this chat. They say help Summer's channel by hitting the thumbs up, by hitting the subscribe. And that's what you're going to always see. That's what you're going to always see. Because over here, we don't do that. We don't do it. How someone could be so evil, so selfish, self-seeking, self-centered. I don't know. But I just proved to you, Fred Hill is a damn liar. I just proved it. I proved it. I brought the receipts. I proved that he's a liar. Dom wasn't there to post up anything. And Candace and her sister wasn't there to be doing none of it. He's such a liar. And I don't know why. Why is he lying? Is it to take the focus off of him? Is he so afraid of something that he feels he needs to do this? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like Fred saw everything June 15, 2021, right? It seems like there's no one from what Fred says, from what Fred is telling us, no one could have done nothing to anyone in that holler June 15, 2021 that he didn't see or he wouldn't have seen. Because he says he saw Donald at 2:30 coming off the hill. He saw Andy at 3:30, and we know Andy was at work. Now, yeah, Andy went in a little late that day, according to his boss. But I don't care. He got there a little late, so he got into work a little late. I don't give a damn if he didn't get there till noon. Because even at 12 o'clock that day, even at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. that day, Summer was with Candace, Grandis, and Hunter. So Andy going into work late had nothing to do with Summer Wells at all. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Unless he didn't show up to work until 4 o'clock. And that ain't what the boss said. The boss said he was there. But he had came in a little late that morning. Well, that morning. Which means still has nothing to do with Summer. So why the hell is Fred so hell-bent on keeping the focus on all these other people with his lies, right? It'd be better for him to keep his mouth just shut because he's really looking bad. He's making himself look bad, right? By telling all these lies, like people ain't gonna be able to, you know, get the truth. Well, we get the truth out here. We go searching, we do research, and we find the truth. And we bring that truth to the table. We call out your damn lie, right? We call out your lie. It's just what it is. It's how it is. Too bad. Right, Molly? It is what it is. That's true. Oh, you're saying hello to it is what it is. Okay. I thought you was agreeing with me. And then I woke up. Yeah, she is. That's true, Molly. She is. She's hiding him. Just like, exactly. I totally agree. No doubt. Yeah. Oh, wow. Molly, Ziggy is trying to stay in a halfway house with Fred. It's going to be so funny. And she ain't allowed to stay in there. She isn't allowed to go move in no halfway house. That's only for people who are getting treatment. She can't stay there. That's only for patients. That's not for outsiders to come in. That's insane. I don't know how the hell that's supposed to work because that's not allowed. That isn't allowed. And what is she going to do with her daughter? What is she going to do with her child? Going to take her child to a halfway house? That's insane, right? I don't know. These people, man, it gets crazier by the day, right? Crazier by the day. But yeah, you know, Fred just needs to stop trying to be a superhero, right? He's got to stop trying to play and be a superhero because he's not. And he's telling all these lies. Why? I don't know. I would say, for many different reasons. I say one, he's telling a lot of these lies, for content for Ziggy, hoping it brings Ziggy content, quick likes, views, self-gain. But most of all, I think that's all secondary. I think the main reason is because Fred knows something. Fred's got a hand in this somewhere. What I'm saying is, if I hadn't talked to Laura, I would say, well, this guy is like, that person that just can't ever seem to tell the fucking truth. You don't know why they lie, but they do. And, and you sit there, to say, you feel so pitiful for him, right? You feel so much pity for him that you, instead of calling them out, you just act like you believe them, right? You act like you believe them to keep from hurting their feelings. But you walk away like, why the hell are you always lying when you don't even need to? What the hell is wrong with you? Why can't you ever tell the truth? I mean, you lie about stupidest shit, right? I'm starting to think that you just don't know how to tell the truth about anything. I think we've all met that person, right? That person that just can't tell the truth to save their fucking life. And you don't know why. I think we've all been there. I know I have. I know for a fact I have. And, I would say, well, Fred's one of these kind of people, right? But I don't think so after talking to Laura. I don't think so, you guys. Because Laura said some really weird things. You know, I mean, what I'm saying is she's really implicated. She's really implicated Fred. You know, I called TBI. I called TBI. Because she's really implicated Fred into some shit. And, you know, so I don't know. I don't know. That's all I got to say. You know, and also the Chad Arnold that came in there and saw, you know, Candace down at Fred and Laura's house. And she was already looking for Summer between 4 and 4:30, and Summer wasn't even supposed to be missing. Summer wasn't supposed to be missing. He does not like Ziggy because Ziggy tried to go at him. Ziggy got real angry with him because, you know, I think Chad kind of suspected something with Candace, Fred, and Laura. And Ziggy really got nasty with Chad Arnold, right? And went at him. And he don't like Ziggy. He don't like her at all, period. He really dislikes her, according to Laura. According to Laura, Chad really can't stand Ziggy because Ziggy don't want to hear the truth about Fred. Ziggy don't want to hear the truth about anything. Ziggy does not care about the truth. Ziggy has used not just Summer, but many missing children to build her bank account. And that's all she cares about. That's it. If she cared about Summer, she wouldn't have been in there marrying up with number one suspects. If Ziggy was any account at all, she wouldn't have been in there befriending Laura and then running off with her man. I mean, it ain't much of it. She done Laura a favor, if you ask me. She done Laura a favor running off with Fred. Fred, you know, he's a real sack of shit. But he's Ziggy's sack now, right? He's Ziggy's sack of shit now. But the point being is, Ziggy is no account. She can sit over there and run her mouth all she wants. Oh, PG lies, and she's told a lot of lies. No, Ziggy, I haven't ever told any lies. I bring receipts. Anytime I say something like tonight, I brought receipts, bitch. I don't lie. I don't lie. And you know that. And that's what you hate. My truth irritates your demons. And God knows you got them. You want to talk about a real sinister human being, it's you, you hound dog looking face. You need to really shut up. Keep my name out your mouth. Stop talking about PG. What separates me from you is I do care about these missing children. And I ain't trying to take a bunch of people to the cleaners. That's what separates us. And I do tell the truth, unlike you. You ain't ever told the truth. You wouldn't let Jenna up on your panel because she wanted to discuss why you took them two old ladies to the cleaners and made them cry. You told them you pay them back, and she didn't know when you're going to pay them back, and she wanted to ask you when so she could tell them. And you told her to shut up and to change her number if she wasn't going to be able to handle things for you. That you wasn't talking to them ladies. That you didn't care how they felt or what they were crying about. And you sure didn't care or going to give them an answer when you was handing their money back to them, which you didn't have no intentions of doing. And you left Jenna hanging, holding that bag. That's what you did. You left Jenna hanging and holding the bag. And then just recently, you take another lady to the cleaners for a vehicle. And you lose the vehicle because you couldn't pay for it. And this woman won't ever see a dime of anything you promised her back because you don't have it to give back. You hit people up in my own chat and asked them to pay your rent. Yeah, you sure did. You wanted them to pay your rent. And they told you no. They told you they can't do it. I've heard other people say she asked them to send her DoorDash and pay for it. Vicky doesn't respect, she expects. She expects people to keep up her and Fred. She is a bum. A bum. And people like her that extort other humans, and that's what she did. She extorted them women. And there's a law against that. There's a law against extorting people for their monies. And that's what she did. And we all know it. Right? We all know it. When I'm going to tell you now, when trash like that talks about PG, they're talking about their best. That's what they're talking about. And they can pucker up and they can kiss where the sun don't shine. Just saying. Just saying. And she says, well, PG's sitting over there behind an avatar. You wished you could too, don't you? Oh, I know how you cried when you got brought out. You was trying to keep that ass hid when Benny Keys exposed everything. Right? You was trying to keep that ass hidden. You just jealous that you couldn't. Because you ain't that smart. You wasn't that intelligent. I'm brilliant. I'm brilliant. I'm a brilliant human being. I ain't mean to toot my own horn. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're a brilliant human being, be proud of it. I'm going to tell you, you teach others how to treat you. People are only going to treat you how you demand to be treated. And that's the truth. And by God, I'm going to demand respect. Or else I'm going to treat you just like you treat me. I'm going to give you a dose to who you are. Because I don't have to put up with that shit. How I treat people depends not only on how they treat me, but how they treat others. If I'm around someone that treats someone else, oh, they're all good with me, all hanging with me, all liking me, but they're mean as hell to someone else, well, that friendship's over. Because I'm going to tell you something. When they got that other people to be so mean to, who do you think they're going to start being mean to? You. You. And I ain't about to tolerate that shit. I don't want people to just treat me with respect, but I want to make sure they're treating everyone else with respect too. And if they don't, then I don't have no room in my life for two-faced humans. I don't have it. Because I treat everyone with kindness. I treat everyone with love. And I treat everyone with caring. And I will care until you give me reason not to. Right? I will. And Ziggy also had the nerve to run her face and say, oh, I built PG. No, you didn't make my channel, bitch. God put this channel together for Summer. Why? Because you were so stinking evil that you wouldn't allow what needed to be gotten out for Summer, gotten out on your panel. Just like you wouldn't let Jenna up to confront you with the truth. You don't like the truth. The truth irritates your demons. What you did was keep letting people up and up and up to attack me. And shame on them. Shame on them. It wasn't shame on me. It was shame on them. Because I was only there to help. I was only there to point out who and how the Wells really truly was for Summer's sake. I was there to try to get the focus back onto Summer because I knew they were trying to take it off of her. Put it on everything and anything but her. And she was fading into the background. And she needed the focus on her more at that time than any time in this world. And wasn't getting it. But you didn't care about that, Ziggy. All you cared about was running a shit show for all the click, likes, views, and super stickers, super chats, Venmos, PayPals, and everything else that you could get. Don't ever, ever say you started this channel. Because you didn't. This channel was put together by God for Summer. And it will always be put together by God for Summer. This ain't PG's channel. This is Summer's channel. And that's one thing you will not desecrate. You evil freaking Fruit Loop of a demon. I tell you what you do with your demons. But I don't think you'll like it. I'm going to tell you something. I am not going to tolerate no sinister human being like that running its freaking demon sut on me. That woman is a liar, a biddy. Her breath smells shitty. She's disgusting in every way I can think of. And then some. She has no place out here. And anything that's following her, well, I'm going to tell you what. They're on that wide road with her. And their destination, well, I think we all know what it is. So keep following it. I personally just don't care. People like that get even with themselves. They don't need me. Right? They don't need PG. Gotta take care of Ziggy. Trust and believe that. In time, he'll take care of her. Look at her. Look at her. That freaking demon in there is already coming out. You can see it. You can see it. But that ain't the point. The point is she's married to a number one suspect in the case of Summer Moon Utah Wells. That's what she is. Let's listen to him. Let's listen to him because I'm not done here. I'm not done. Right here.
Yeah, it's real.
Okay. And real quick before we get cut off, what's going on? Anything you need me to say? Telling anybody?
I just think Laura to send some money to you.
Tell Laura to send some money to you. Tell Laura to send some money to you. That's what he just said. Tell Laura to send some money to you. She said that Laura wasn't sending her money. Oh, right here, baby.
Anybody?
I just think Laura to send some money to you so you can move it to them accounts. They got all my stuff locked down. Said I
send money to you. Send money to you. Yeah, they was taking poor Laura to the cleaners. That's what they was doing.
under investigation over 2 murders.
What?
Bullshit.
You're under investigation under 2 murders?
That's what they're trying to say.
What the
I
fuck?
don't know what
2 murders. They're saying he's involved in 2. Now we know Cotton's one. We know Cotton's one. Who's the other one? Summer? Who's the other one? He says 2. Right?
That's what they're trying to say.
What the
I
fuck?
don't know what they're even talking about.
Oh my god.
All my stuff locked down. Said I was under investigation over 2 murders.
Under investigation over 2. 2. Not 1, baby, but 2. Mm-hmm. There you go. And that's what she wants to go live in a house, a halfway house with. That's what she wants to drag her daughter around with, right? Right there. Yeah. And let me tell you, he's not in that halfway house because he went seeking. He went seeking help. He's in there because he has no choice but to be there. Well, we all know how that works out, right? With people who are substance abusers. We know how that works out. When you're forced, oh, it don't do you no good. You ain't changing. No one can force you to change. No one. Oh, no, Fred ain't changed. He's just doing what he has to right now to keep that ass out of jail. That's what he's doing. There you go. It is what it is. It is what it is, you guys. And I'm going to tell you, if Chad truly seen Candace at Fred's house between 4 o'clock and 4:30, then that tells me that Laura and Fred was, and Candace says Summer's already missing. That tells me that Laura and Fred's probably the one that Summer was handed off to. That's all I got to say. And and I also let me let you listen to right here.
I'm just going by what Cotton told me. I don't know 100%. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
I'm just going by what Cotton told me. I wasn't there. I don't know. Well, we thought you were there, Fred. We thought you were there on June 15, 2021. You said you was. You said you saw Donald coming off the hill. You said you saw Andy in the holler. You said all of this BS. And now you don't know and you wasn't there. Well, how the hell was you seeing all these things if you wasn't there? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, you guys. This guy, I'm going to tell you, I'd like to say he's just a, obsessive, compulsive freaking liar. But I'm going to tell you something. He's got a dog in this race. He's got a dog in this race. For real. Yeah, he is a damn liar. He is a liar, and I think he's lying to protect himself. Yeah, he sent his ass to the ranch, Hidden Valley, right? Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, his ass would be on the salad, right? And he'd be the salad.
Going by what Cotton said.
No, I mean, as far as she was saying that he was in jail on summer. Well, what I don't know what she's saying. It's not possible, because is she saying this voice isn't possible for it to be his? Because we don't know when this video was taken.
Cotton stated to me that he was on the hill the day earlier the day someone went missing. So I don't know. Cotton stated to me that he was on the hill earlier the day someone went missing.
Oh, Cotton stated to him that he was on the hill earlier the day Summer went missing. Huh. So what happened? Was Candace supposed to hand Summer off to Cotton and Fred? I always thought, when I heard that Candace was down at Fred's between 4 and 4:30, I always thought that she had dropped Summer off down there and was coming back to pick her up, but she was gone. That she was, that she wasn't there. That she had disappeared from Fred's house, and what could she say? What could she say? I dropped my kid off to, some essayers, and when I came back, my child wasn't there. It was gone. I mean, how's that going to work with law enforcement, right? How's that going to work with law enforcement? I dropped my kid off, and I did it many times before, and she's always able to be picked back up, but this day she couldn't be, and she's gone. I don't know. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out for the puzzle. It doesn't work out. It's not a piece. It's not that particular piece ain't fitting into what happened. But I tell you what is fitting into it is Candace taking Summer down to Fred's to hand her off for whatever reason, and Cotton happened to be there or showed up during the time that this transaction was going down. And then he had knowledge of it. He had knowledge. Somehow he found out. Either he was there, or else he can't, if Chad would have been a little bit earlier, Chad would have knew the dirty secret too, but Chad came late. Chad came in when, did Cotton, I think, if you ask me, I think that Fred, Laura, and Cotton left out before Chad came in and found Candace at that house. That's what I think. Now, why Candace handed Summer off to Fred and Laura and them, I don't know. It was, already pre-planned, set up, pre-planned, premeditated, and carried out. We know that. Now, why? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something. That was very suspicious to me, and it was a red flag, because Ernie put up this picture, and this picture right here definitely got Jody Sue's attention, right? Jody Sue felt that she's going to have to run up there and run her sut when Ernie's putting the stuff out. So, for some reason, these pictures was irritating Jody Sue's demons, right? And This is clearly this little boy. This little boy right here has makeup on his face. You can clearly see the lipstick. You can clearly see the eyeshadow. You can clearly see the makeup. He's also wearing girls' clothing. He's wearing girls' clothing. No doubt he's wearing girls' clothing. And no doubt that is his ear. Look at his ear. That's his ear. That's his hair. That is makeup on his face. This is the little boy. And there's no other kids in the house, no other children in this house except the Wells children. Sitting next to him is one of the other boys. The other boy's blown out his birthday cake, and Summer's in the picture, and Donald. There was no other kids there. None. No other kids, not Allie's kids, no other children present. And I seen the pictures. And Fred says, oh, that's Journey. That's Marlena's daughter. No, it's not. No, it's not. Right here is Marlena's child right there. I blurred her face out because I don't want people seeing this child's face. The child's face is none of our business. But you can see the size of this little girl. She's just a little girl. This is not her. She's got her hair. Look at her hair right there. And I took a step farther for y'all. I took it a step farther for y'all. Because I do my homework. Right here, you guys. This is August 17th, 2018. August 17th, 2018. This is September 25th, 2018. Right here. This is September the 25th, 2018, right there. Okay? Now remember I showed you this little girl right here in August of 2018. 2 months before. Now I want to take you a little farther. I'm going to take you a little farther now. Because I want to prove to you it's not Journey. There she is. Look at her hair. Look at her long ponytail, her hair. This is a year later, April the 20th, 2019. This little girl's hair has not ever been cut off at all, at any time, ever, like this. Absolutely not this little girl. Absolutely not. But I'm going to tell you what the red flag is. The red flag is Fred Hill. Fred Hill immediately at Ziggy said, that's Journey. How the hell? I thought Fred don't go up on 110 Ben Hill Road. How would he know Marlena's daughter? How would he know Journey, right? How would he know her? He right away knew this little girl, knew her name, right? He knew her name. That's kind of weird if you ask me. That's kind of weird. How does he know this little girl? And right here, as you can see, Don's 3 kids, Don Wells, look at him. Look at him over there with that look on his face. What a weirdo. And look where his hand is. Look where old boy's hand is, right? And the other child, they're watching the other child blow his birthday cake out. There's no one else in this house but Don's kids. That is their son, dressed up like this. Why? I don't know. I don't know. And I'm going to tell you, yes, this needs to be brought to the table. This needs awareness, right? This needs awareness to it. Absolutely. I mean, it was not this little girl. Absolutely not. But I found it weird that Fred knew this little girl's name. He knew it, right? Big red flag, you guys. Big red flag. Just saying. Just saying. Fred seemed to know all the little girls, didn't he? He seemed to know all these little girls. And why was he lying? Why was he lying? Why was he trying to say it was this little girl when he clearly knew it wasn't? Why is he lying? That's what I'm saying. What the fuck's going on here? Why does Fred feel that he needs to keep lying about what was going on in the Wells house? If he had no dog in the race, right? He has no dog in that race. Why is he lying about all of these things? I don't know. I don't know. You know, I thought it was one of Allie's kids, but going back and looking it over, Allie wasn't hanging out with them at that particular time. And there was no other kids in the house except for their kids in any of the pictures. So it led, that right there led me to understand that, oh, hell. Yeah, this is definitely this little boy. This is definitely that child right here. No doubt about it. Why would they have makeup on him? Why would they have him dressed like this? There's some weird shit going on there, let me tell you right now. And I think a lot of people knew about it. I think a lot of sickos knew about it. Just saying. I'm going to tell you something. When you're doing something, you know a lot of people that's into it too. What I'm trying to say is, you get into knitting, you'll find a lot of buddies that knit. You get into quilting, you'll find a lot of buddies that's quilting. If you get into an occult, you'll find a lot of people into an occult. If you get into some essay ringing, well, you'll find a lot of essayers. That's all I got to say. And I'm going to tell you something. I think Ben Hill Road at the Wells house was a lot of sickos showing up. And I think them sickos were showing up for some sick reasons. That's all I got to say. Right there. I've had my say. Done. Ernie gets attacked. He gets attacked for bringing out the truth. He gets attacked for showing the truth. Things that need to be brought out, things that need to be analyzed, things that should be brought to people's. This should have been brought to everyone's attention way back. This should have been brought out way back when Summer first came up missing, to let people understand more of what was going on that damn hill. It should have been brought out way back at the beginning of all of this, so people wouldn't have been supporting two number one suspects that in 3 years hasn't been able to clear themselves, Don and Candace Wells. Now let us think about it, because I'm going to tell you something. Let us think about this right here. Take a look at that. And remember that this was one of the children saying, can we please, if we can't see the judge and we can't ask the judge, can we write the judge? What do you want to write? We want to tell him that we don't want to go back. Please don't send us back. We don't want to go back. Don't let us go back. We don't ever want to go there again. This is one of the children that said that. Take a look. Wonder why. Wonder why, you guys. Because I'm going to tell you something. I know a lot of children that go through a lot of things, but they want to go home. I know a lot of children living in a dirty house, not getting enough food, ain't wearing the bestest clothes. They're putting up with a lot of abuse, verbally, physically, as in spankings, whoopings, times out. They're not getting the care and the attention and all the things they need, but they want to go back home. These kids want to go home. They want to go back to their parents. They love their parents. Man, when a child says, don't send me back, I don't want to go back, let me talk to the judge so I don't have to go back. Give me a pen and paper because I'm going to try to write a letter. There's something a hell of a lot more going on than just not enough food, enough clothes, and not enough attention and a little bit of verbal, maybe sometimes physical abuse. What I'm saying is, no, something really bad, something so bad going on that these kids are scared. These kids are scared to go back there. They are afraid. What did these children have to endure? What would you not want to go back to? What kind of abuse would you not want to go back to? Well, I'm going to tell you. Number one abuse that children don't want to ever return to is SA. It's SA, y'all. That's the one thing no child wants to return to. Think about that. And that little boy's dressed like a girl. That's all I got to say. And this, like I said, this needed to come out way back when. This needed to come out before Candace and Dawn started not respecting but expecting to get full support financially out here for their dirty asses instead of Summer. Before they ever got to the point that they was able to say to people out here, it's not about her. Like it's about them. Well, it is about them. It's about them being the number one suspects in their missing daughter's case. It's about them having all to do with what has happened to this little girl. It's about them doing shit like this right here. It's about this little child right there telling a judge he doesn't want to ever go home. Ever go home. Nowhere near that place. And his brother with him. And his brother along with him. It's about what these children have been made to endure. It's about one child completely gone. And it's about two son of a bitches up there that think they should be supported instead of these children. And they deserve no support at all, except the support of our court system and our law enforcement prosecuting up their asses and seeing that they get the punishment fit for what they have done to all of these children. And anyone else involved, well, they need to join them. They need to join them in that nice 3 hots and a cot jail cells. If you ask me. I'm going to tell you something. I don't believe in speaking anything but the truth. Because the truth's the only thing's going to bring this little girl home. It's the only thing going to get justice for her. It's the only thing that's going to get closure for her brothers. It's the only thing that's going to lay this baby to rest. Because we know she is no longer with us. Not only because of us praying at a red light and hearing the Lord's voice that she's already home. Not because of just Candace saying, oh, my boys are still here. They're still alive. Summer always be with me. Not just because Domwell says we're going to see her in the resurrection, but because of a lot of other things. And I'm going to prove that to you as well tonight.
Do you think that Stacy Slade was actually the fake fed? I think that there's a person that somebody stole her identity. Exactly. Because there's a real woman by that name in that real area that died. And that's how you can call a funeral home. And see, I had Stacy Slade. I had a name. And there was actually a memorial video up by her family on YouTube. And she died not long before Sarah passed. And she died not long before Sarah passed.
Oh, and she died not long before summer passed. Before summer passed.
And she died not long before summer passed.
Before summer passed. There you go. There you go. Not long before summer passed. Jody Sue, like Candace, like Donald, like everyone else, Jody Sue knows. She knows. She knows summer's not with us. Why? Because she's the one that made up a scream an hour too soon that Candace wanted to change. She's the one that wanted half of everything Candace got to keep her dirty little secret of whatever went down. I heard that argument. And let's not forget this one.
Well, I don't know. Cotton stated to me that he was on the hill earlier today someone went missing.
Oh.
Well, I don't know.
The day Summer got murdered?
Cotton stated to me that he was on the hill earlier today someone went missing.
The day Summer he said murdered, then he changed it up to went missing. I'm telling you, I heard the word murder. That's what he said. The day Summer got murdered. Right? Yeah, well, where'd she get murdered at? At the horse pond? Where Candace redressed her? Where Candace redressed her? Dressed her up in her school outfit? Why would you put your child in his first day school outfit? Because maybe it ain't ever going to get a chance to wear it again? Is that why? Is that why you dress it up in his first day school outfit? Because you wanted to make sure it got to wear it at least once? And then she took it all back, right? She took it back. She wanted to keep it. She took the jacket. She took the shirt. She took what she could. It's funny, but the only thing Candace didn't have in that box was the pants. Was the pants, you guys. Why didn't she have the pants? Was the smell too bad to ever wash or get out of them? Think about that. Think about it. She had everything in that box of that school outfit, but the pants. I find that damn suspicious. I find that damn suspicious. Yeah. I'm going to tell you the problem with this case. The problem with this case is you got all of these players, and I'm going to tell you, you know that they're a group and involved in whatever was going on there, because each one of them are trying to scatter Summer's case in different directions. Each one of them, Don and Candace is working to scatter it. Fred Heel is trying to scatter it in another direction. And Andy and Jody Sue trying to scatter it in another direction. They're working too hard they're working too hard to be apart, not to be together, is what I'm saying. If you understand that. If you understand what I just said, put a 1 in the chat. Exactly. They are a group. They are a team. They are working together to scatter everything, because they don't want, if they get busted, they're all going down. They know when somebody squeals, there's going to be all of them going down, because they all had knowledge in a hand in whatever this plan was, this sinister plan to do whatever has been done. They all had a hand in it. And and that tells us that something sinister was going on, that all of these people felt that they needed, they all felt that they needed to be covering up. They felt that they all needed to be covering it up. And they did. I personally believe that Summer might not have been with us on the milk jugs. I really do. I think Allie knew. She told Chris. I truly starting to believe, to be honest, I'm starting to believe Summer wasn't with us on the milk jugs. And then when Chris reminded her that, well, wouldn't Hunter have knew? She takes it back. She took it back. But I think Allie was holding a dark secret. I think she was holding a dark secret. And I think she was, and her mother really was trying to tell, But, Allie felt that Candace picked her son up, took him and possibly had him do a sinister deed. And even though he's 15 and was, beguiled by some old bitch like Candace to do this evil deed, he would still end up in prison. And Allie felt that, why am I going to put my son in prison? That was Candace's child, not mine. Candace is the one behind having it done, not us. So why should my son go to prison? And I think she kept that secret. I think she took that secret to the grave, to be honest with you. And I think maybe possibly Leslie, when Hunter was staying with Leslie, he had a meltdown. He had a real meltdown. Possibly might have told her, or she may have found out. She might have was going to go to the police. all I've got to say, and you know, Allie might have, once, from my understanding, right before Allie passed away, Hunter got in her purse, took her money, right? He took her money. He got rough with her. She might have threatened to go to the police too. I'm going to tell you, Leslie and Allie seemed to pass away pretty mysteriously. I mean, it's funny, two women were supposed to all of a sudden get sick, right? All of a sudden, both of these women supposed to have pneumonia and just croaked. The same way, just out of the blue. Two healthy women up running around simultaneously meets their maker. How suspicious is that? Right? And the funny thing is Hunter seems to be living with both of them at the time they meet their makers. Right? You explain that one to me. I don't know. Seems to be like Hunter was one of the last ones to see Summer before she disappeared as well. Right? I think that Don and Candace felt, I think Donald came to the conclusion that something was wrong. Something was wrong that could put them in prison, and they had to dispose of Summer. Don wanted to make sure that he was at work when it was done. And it seems like Candace wanted to make sure that she wasn't the one that had to do it. Right? That she wasn't the one that had to do it. And you know, I don't know what exactly was wrong, you know, that they had to destroy this little girl. But Don made sure he fired his co-worker to blame it on. He had it all figured out, all set up, but his actions just showed that it was premeditated, that it was carried out June the 15th, 2021. And more people are involved than we think. And I've always felt that way. When Jody Sue felt that she needed to know every little detail going on in Summer's case, when Summer had nothing to do with Jody Sue, nothing. That's what Jody Sue was telling us, right? That they didn't even really fucking know the Wells. They was just some neighbor that didn't give a shit about them. But she had to know every detail about a neighbor that she didn't give a shit about. Every little detail. You got a dog in the race. I knew right then and there that bitch had a dog in the race. And the same way with Fred. Fred has always been on I'm the good guy. I'm wearing the wires. I'm doing this and he ain't been doing shit but lying like a dog. Yeah. A big fucking lazy dog on the front porch. Not getting up. You have to go out and stick the freaking bowl of food under his face and it still don't eat because it's that lazy. Lying. Straight up lying. Just saying. I'm going to tell you, something was wrong with Summer. You could see it in the picture. You could tell. I'm going to tell you, when people pass a child around like that and you've got a sicko like Dom Wells wearing her out in the shower, wearing her out in the middle of the bed. I mean, who sleeps with their 5-year-old in their birthday suit? We have witnesses. We have Jody Sue. We have Allie's daughter. We have Jose. We have all these witnesses letting us know that Dom Wells was showering with this child on a regular basis, which is abnormal as hell, and sleeping with her in his birthday suit every night. A 5-year-old child cannot sustain that type of abuse from someone doing sinister things to it. They can't sustain that type of abuse and then possibly getting handed off to others, you know, besides themselves. That child did not have a chance. She did not have a chance. Children go out of this world. Anytime a child falls into the hands of sickos like Dom Wells, they don't last long. They do not last long at all. We know this. We already know it. That's why you find these kids. That's why you find these kids scattered across our country. Because their body cannot sustain that type of abuse. It's too much for them. We have a mother. She goes to the laundromat. Her boyfriend stays with the baby. She comes back and her baby is deceased. Why? Because this sicko SA'd her child and destroyed it. Children cannot sustain that type of abuse. Many, many children, this happens to them. A woman, she allows people to come in and go with her daughter so that she can get money, she can get substances, she can get things. And after a while, the child can't even move hardly. It can't even get from one place to another. It's completely destroyed. So what did they do? What did they do when the child can no longer function and nobody wants to do anything with it because it can't function? Well, they took it into the bathroom, submerged it in water, and when the police got there, they were in the bathroom trying to disassemble the child. These are the things that happened. This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. I'm going to tell you something. I agree with Dog the Bounty Hunter. I agree with Dog the Bounty Hunter when he says that the first people you need to look at is the parents. And that 99, pretty much 9% of the time, it's the parents. A close relative or a friend Usually when any human is destroyed on this earth, it's by someone they knew, someone they opened the door for, someone they trusted, someone they knew. You've got that 1% of random strangers that destroy people. That's why it's important to open your eyes and get to know the people around you. You can be with someone, for 20 years and not know them. You didn't take time to know them. You were blinded. You liked them, so you're blinded. You don't, you overlook all their fucking faults instead of opening your eyes and seeing them. You overlook how evil they are instead of understanding it. You make excuses for them until it's too late. And that's how evilness devours you. That's how evilness devours other human beings. It devours you because you didn't see it coming. You didn't want to see it coming. You didn't want to face the truth. Had you faced the truth, you would have seen it coming and you would have got out of the damn way. But you didn't want to face the truth until it's too late. And then you're like shocked. You say you can't believe this person did that. You can't understand how they did that. And then you take time and you think about all the shitty things they did to you and all the selfish way they acted and how they done a lot of other people that you was overlooking. And then you realize that you seen it the whole time and turned a blind eye to it when you should have been paying attention. If they'll do it to someone else, they'll do it to you. If they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. I'm just trying to make you wiser. I'm just trying to make you wiser, folks. I'm trying to give you some insight because a whole lot of you might have not have opened your eyes to some people around you. But please do. Please do. When people talk to you and hurt your feelings, don't take it. Don't sit there and not want to hurt theirs because you know how it feels. Because they're just going to keep hurting you. They're going to keep saying shit to you because they think you're weak. They don't see your kindness. They mistake your kindness for weakness. That's what they do. And they get used. You know, they get worse and worse and worse. Oh, they lay it on you. They tell you how it is. And you're still kind and you're still caring. And you try to avoid it. Well, don't let them do that. That's your number one mistake right there. Your number one mistake is saying, I'm not going, they hurt me, and I just don't want to hurt them the way they have me. Well, that's your number one mistake. What you need to do is you need to turn around and tell them where they could go fuck off at. You need to turn around and you need to tell them what you think about their dirty ass. You need to tell them that if they can't come in your home or come around you and respect you, then they can take it and go somewhere else with their bullshit, because you ain't going to be tolerating it. When they can speak to you and with you like you are a real human, then they might come back and talk, and you might not let them back then the way they've treated you for so long already. That they will not be treating you like that anymore. And watch how they change. Watch how they change. And people like that you don't need in your life. You do not need them kind of people in your life. Don't chase them kind of people. Tell them people to go to hell. Get them out of your life and find you someone worth having. Someone that talks to you like a real human being, that ain't there to try to beat you down, but to build you up. You don't need that trash. That trash that does that to you is out to destroy you, and in time they will, if you keep taking their shit. Trust me, I know. I'm just giving you insight. Don't let it be too late. Fred said Laura lied to PG for money, but now she'll tell the truth for free. Sure. I know. I didn't give Laura no money. I didn't give Laura a dime. Nobody, as a matter of fact, Laura has she has a GoFundMe. Laura has a GoFundMe. I think she got like $60. Fred's got hundreds and hundreds. Laura got 60. So you tell Fred to stick it where the sun don't shine, because Fred had Laura sending hundreds of her own money over to keep Ziggy up. Fred was using Laura. All them years, he was using her monies to help fund his bullshit. If Laura wouldn't have been getting $1 and wasn't working, Fred would have probably got rid of her a long time ago. But because she had an income coming in, he's going to keep her. He was going to keep her. He used that poor girl. He sucked up all of her youth, used her, made her into like a doormat for him. And he still thinks she is his doormat, I guess. But I don't think she is. I think Laura's tired of Fred's shit. I think Laura has finally got an insight on how bad Fred has been to her. I think she's got an insight on how bad he used her. I think she's got an insight on, how he sit around and let Ziggy run her mouth. I mean, Laura used to have one piece of crap on her back and abusing her, and that was Fred. Now she's got two, Fred and Ziggy. Ziggy sat over there and said, bragging how she had Fred set Laura in her place. How she had Fred set Laura in her place. How fucking disgusting is that? Oh, Fred sets this cancer patient, this woman, in her darkest hours. He don't only leave her in her darkest hours, but he sets her in her place for Ziggy in her darkest hours. Right. Yeah. Ziggy thinks she can sit over there and she can brag about how she screwed this young girl over, took her old man away from her, right? Fred promised Laura that he would fight to get her babies back, and he didn't. Fred has done nothing but cause Laura misery, hell, and pain. And in her darkest hours caused her, probably just as much pain as more pain than any pain she's ever felt before. Because, Laura's got to sit now, remembering that she let him get away with not getting the kids back. And she let him get away. And, she let him get away with so many things. And he just up and walked away. When she's too sick to take care of him and too sick to be around for him, and he might have to be there for her, he finds something younger and can take care of him better, or at least healthier. And, I tell you what Ziggy's got on her hands. She's got a piece of trash that will do her exactly the way he did Laura. God forbid, I know Ziggy thinks, oh, nothing's going to happen to me. Well, she better hope not. Because I'm going to tell you what, if it did, Fred will walk out on her just like he did Laura. Fred's not going to take care of nothing. If you can't take care of him, the hell with you. Or at least take care of yourself. You better be able to take care of you. Because if, this is a man, he walked out on one woman, right, with a kid. He walked out on Laura with 2 kids. And Ziggy thinks he won't walk out on her. You got me bent. Bullshit. I'm going to tell you, he's going to do her up too. If something else comes along, something better comes along, could offer him more, he's going to take it. The only reason he wasn't gone out of Ben Hill Road before now is because nothing else better than Laura wanted him. Nothing else would have him. It took Ziggy out of freaking wherever the hell she's at to go all the way down there and pull this man out. What I'm saying is, Fred had to wait for somebody as desperate as Ziggy to come get him. He had to wait for something else that nobody fucking wanted to come get him. Them two, all I can say is, screw them both. They're 2 peas in a pot, and who gives a damn? That's how I feel about them. And that's the truth. That's the whole truth. She said Fred's going to do housework. Yeah. Did you see the fucking house Fred lived in? That mother freaker looked like it was going to collapse on all 4 sides too. Come on. That dude, he looked like Sanford and Son. I'm going to tell you something. We already seen Ziggy's place, right? We already seen it. She's a hoarder. And this guy's a hoarder. So what the hell are we going to see in the future with them two? We're going to see their house getting condemned. We're going to see the yard getting condemned. This dude's going to pull every piece of junk into the yard, into the house. She's already pulling junk into the house. Oh my gosh. Like they're going to have to bulldoze the place down when they move, right? They're going to have to just bulldoze it down. Right. That's like saying Candace is going to do the house. You know, her and Fred are going to get together and they're going to keep doing YouTube and they're going to keep, using Summer as an excuse to do it because she's like, well, as soon as Summer's found, I think we're going to quit. No, you're not going to quit. If Summer's found tomorrow, Ziggy, you're not going to quit because you want to make sure that you and Fred bum everybody up for some DoorDash to pay your bills, to help you. You are dependent and reliant on your chat to keep you going. That's what you are. You're dependent and reliant upon them. You don't respect your chat. You expect from your chat. And that's a big damn difference. Ziggy said she's going to have a baby by... Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. That's bullshit. That's bullshit right there. I mean, what is she, like 50? She going to be 70 years old, raise a kid? Is it fair to bring a kid in the world when you're too damn old to raise it? Come on. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. I mean, did you see her out on that porch with her big old Freddie Flintstone feet? Did you see her out there with those big old Freddie Flintstone feet? I was like, damn, what size of shoes that chick wear? Like a size 10? I was crazy. I didn't know if I was looking at a human or a freaking duck waddling around out there. Fred is going to be the cook. Yeah, right. I don't think so. I don't think so. The only thing, yeah, he's going to be cooking all right, and we know what, right? We know what he's going to be cooking. Ain't going to be food. That's for damn sure. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to Fred. He's going to get with Ziggy. He's going to fall off the wagon, and he's going to end up right back in prison doing his time. That's what he's going to do. No doubt in my mind. And then she's going to be on there, Fred's in jail, and I don't know why I ever got with him. He couldn't stay. And she ain't going to blame none of it on herself. She ain't going to blame the fact that, she's a freaking user as well, right? And she's the reason that, he couldn't stay clean because she ain't clean herself. She ain't going to tell that. She's just going to be on there crying. Bullshit. That's who and what these people are. That's who and what they are. It sickens me. It makes me absolutely sick to watch these people out here in this YouTube world be supported, when they're not for the children, when the people know they're not for the kids. These people know that they're using these children for self-gain. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not saying it don't cost to keep a channel running, but I know this. I know it costs me a lot more to keep this channel running than it does Ziggy, because Ziggy steals other people's content and plays it out and uses it up. We go and research and get all of ours. We put ours together. We take the time to actually have to use up all the apps and all the things to do what we do here. And that does cost. And I'm going to tell you something. It's not costing her a whole, and I don't even know if she's paying for StreamYard or the highest internet to keep everything going. I don't know. I don't think she is. I know I've seen a lot of the creators that ain't paying StreamYard. They're using something else. They're not paying for the highest StreamYard and all the good things. Plus you have smart people in your chat like us. That's right. Looking beyond. I got brilliant people in my chat. I'm going to tell you, Mama PG I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't raised no fools. I got My children in this chat, they brilliant. They brilliant like the mama, right? That's right. Summer's Army, we are brilliant human beings. We don't accept anything less. But it absolutely makes me sick to see, these people feeding off these babies, acting like they care when you totally know they don't. And people still support them. What the hell? I don't understand it, y'all. I don't understand it. Maybe I won't ever understand it. This is a true crime community where it shouldn't be. What I'm saying is, it should be about keeping the channel running, and that's it. To keep your own ass running, you need to not quit your daytime job. That's all I got to say. Don't quit your daytime job. These creators need to pay their own bills. They need to pay their own electric, gas. Who's paying yours? Who's paying yours? You? Why the hell should you be paying theirs too? You don't owe them. You don't owe them nothing. What you owe is these children that you support. What you owe is these children that you support, your time and your effort to help be a voice for the voiceless, to be here and support these kids with your being, with your prayers, with your love, your kindness, your caring, to support them in every area that they need to support it in. Billboards, flyers, shirts, reward funds for the child, not the parents, not anyone else, for the child, for the child. That's what we support out here. Ziggy bags for money for Fred too. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I seen it tonight. As a matter of fact, I snapped a picture of it. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you something. I don't blame creators for not wanting a little help to keep their channel moving forward, because it can be costly. It can be costly for the ones doing it right, for the ones putting their own content together, doing everything, righteously. It can be a little costly. And the super chats and super stickers are great to help keep the channel going forward. But when they start bringing out Cash Apps and they start bringing out Venmos and PayPals, I'm going to tell you, that should not be supported. That should not be supported by no one. If they don't want to run the channel for all the right reasons, then you know what? Forget it. Forget it. What I'm trying to say is, all I would give people is super chats, super stickers. That's it. That's it. That's all I would give them. I wouldn't support them in any other way. Absolutely not. I just wouldn't do it. If and that would be to keep their channel running. And like the mailman, right? Like the mailman, like the milkman, like, the bread man, whatever. If you want to give them a gift, at Christmas or on their birthday or, Valentine's Day, for being up there doing all they do, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But you know what? They shouldn't be looking to be gifted every damn day to pay their bills. Like I said, if anyone stops respecting and starts expecting, well, you need to stop supporting, because there's a big difference between respecting and expecting. And Ziggy expects the people in that chat to support her. She expects. She don't respect. And that's totally out of control. That's totally out of control. What I'm trying to say is, Justin, I took note that he respects. Justin respects, what he gets. He respects it. He's like, whoa, surprised and always, wow. He don't ask for nothing. He don't ask. I ain't ever seen Justin ask for anything. He just respects what people hand him. And over here, same way. I don't ask no one for nothing, but I respect everything. I don't care what it is. I am so grateful when people help support this channel. And as long as people are staying, and Smiley's the same way. She respects. She don't expect. And Ernie, I seen Ernie last night. I think somebody gave him just enough to get something to eat, man. And he got excited. He's like, I'm going to order something to eat. I'm going to get some DoorDash. He was hungry. And man, he was excited. He thanked them. He really thanked them up. And he really respected it. He didn't expect, he respected. He didn't ask for nothing. But somebody gave it to him and he let him know how grateful he was right away. Those are the people that I respect. I don't like people who start expecting. Fuck that. That's when they are not giving you no respect. And I mean, and you got to keep an eye on your children and your family too. I mean, sometimes our children can, we spoil our kids a little bit where they start expecting us to do everything instead of respecting it. We got to put them in check. Right? Because you don't want to raise something that goes around expecting people to do what they don't have to do. By God, if anyone does anything for you at all, nobody has to give you nothing. Nobody has to do a damn thing for you in this world. And if they do, well, you need to respect it. You need to learn how to be humble and say thank you and thank God at the same time. Because there ain't a lot of people out there to help up one another anymore. And if somebody's helping you, you better thank the good Lord that he put them in your path. It's just the way it is. But PG's going out of here. I got to call it a night, you guys. We all got to get up tomorrow. I'm sure everybody's got something to do. We all have lives. We all got something to do. For a lot of us, that to do is getting up and going to work and making our money to keep our households moving forward, right? We got to keep our households moving forward. So I'm going to let you guys get some rest. PG's going to head out of here and get some rest too. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. Absolutely everybody. I appreciate it. Before I go out of here, I want to let you guys see one last thing before I leave here.
I'm going to flip the fuck out, man. I'm going to flip the fuck out for real. I'm going to fucking go off. I'm going to... Somebody better have bail money.
Oh, somebody better have bail money. Somebody better have that bail money. Candace, honey, Don's been out of jail for a long time now. Nobody's needing no bail money. You more than know about him showering up with your daughter. You knew that before Ernie ever said anything. Nobody needed bail money. Absolutely not. Matter of fact, instead of getting bail money, you got a new car, didn't you? When Jose told you to get that child out of that shower, or you got a new car. Instead of Don Wells needing bail money, or you needing bail money, oh honey, let me tell you something. A real mother would have needed some bail money. A real mother would have needed some bail money, but not you. What you got was a car. You got paid off. Jose got took away from there, so he didn't tell. And your ass got a new vehicle. And your little girl, well, she kept getting abused. You're a piece of shit. Real piece of shit. Hey, O'Sullivan, I appreciate it. Thank you, PG. Hey, girl, I appreciate all of you. You don't know how much I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here for this little girl. God bless. God bless. And like I said, you guys are essential. You're not disposable. Do not let people treat you unkindly here or anywhere else. God gave you a suit of armor. Put it on. Stand up. Stand up for yourself. Stand up and let people know that you're going to demand the respect that you deserve. And trust me, you start standing up, you'll get that respect. When you start speaking up, you'll get it. I tell you, people are mean and they're evil because they can be. Well, you show them that they can't. You show them that they can't. We need more people in this world to show these evil humans that they can't be evil. Let us stand as one against this evilness in this world. It's time that we take a stand for these missing kids, for these abused children, for these adults, older adults being abused, women being abused. We need to start standing together as one and start letting the law know that we're not going to tolerate slaps on the wrist for these people abusing us. We are the taxpayers. We pay them to protect us. We pay them to get that trash off the street, and we demand that they start doing their job and getting it done. And no, we're not going to tolerate it. We're not going to tolerate anything. We're not going to sit back, and we're not going to see other people be abused, and we're not going to be abused ourselves. And that means even if we have to take a stand on our own for righteousness, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It starts with each one of us. It starts with each one of us. We got to remember, no coward's going to get into heaven. The Bible plainly states it. No coward will enter the kingdom of heaven. Don't let anyone intimidate you. Don't be afraid to step up and demand respect. Demand to be treated the way that you deserve to be treated. That's all I'm saying, you guys. That's all I'm saying. You know, I don't believe in breathing misery and hatred into people. I believe in breathing kindness, love, and caring into other humans. I believe in breathing the strength and the courage and all the things that people have to make it in this life. I'm going to tell you, we can stand strong together, but you can also stand strong alone. Start standing. That's all it takes. Start standing. I'm going to say good night. God bless. Much love. And I truly love each and every one of y'all that truly love these missing children. I know we got a lot of haters tonight in the bushes, and that's okay. I hope God works with them. I hope he brings them around, and I hope he makes them one of Summer's true army like we all are. That's what I hope. That's what I pray for. God bless. God bless.